How you doing? How you doing? It's Chris, the Method Man. I'm your handsome host, Christopher Dylan Williams, and today, we'll be talking about Skip Bayless apologizing for his poor taste tweet about Demar Hamlin's injury. So first, guys, I am going to show y'all the video, give y'all the audio of this video, and I'm gonna give my opinion. And yeah, So I'm thankful for y'all being on the stream, supporting me. Appreciate it. All right, let's get started.
Skip, how are we today?
We've had better days, Jen.
Indeed, Skip. Let's jump right into today's show, Skip. Last night's Bills-Bengals game came to an abrupt halt when Bills safety Demar Hamlin collapsed on the field. Hamlin suffered cardiac arrest and was given CPR on the field to restore his heartbeat before being transferred to a local hospital, where right now he is in critical condition. The game was suspended just over an hour before being officially postponed. Skip, what was going through your mind during all of this?
Jen, allow me to say up front that I apologize for what we're going to set out to do here today if it offends anyone, because we're going to try to do the show pretty much as we usually do the show. But I'll admit up front, I'm still shook up by what happened last night to Demar Hamlin. In fact, I'm still wrecked. In fact, I'm not sure I'm capable of doing this show today. But after barely sleeping on it, I decided to give it a try. Maybe I'll fail. Maybe we will fail. But we're going to try. We wrestled through much of the night.
Okay, to start off, what he said, guys, if y'all are on the stream or not, Skip said we. Skip, this was your own doing. I'm gonna tell you why, Skip. Because you lack accountability. And to be a man is actually being accountable for your actions. Was that a poor tasted tweet? Yes, it was. But even though it was a poor tasted tweet, Skip, you could have worded it better. Or you could have just said nothing. Or you could have just said, prayers go out to Demar Hamlin. I hope the young man makes it through. That's all he could have said. Shannon said that. But it's all about accountability at the end of the day. Now, I don't know Skip personally. I hope I can interview him one day and pick his brain. But it's an act of respect, man. This man was on the field lifeless for 9 minutes and had to be resuscitated. Now, for me, that was hard to watch. For anybody around the NFL world, around the world, that was hard to watch, man, because a lot of people tune in to Monday Night Football. But to see that and to see that tweet, that wasn't just the country, that was the whole world, Skip. And that showed a lack of remorse. That showed a lack of respect for this young man's life. But I'm glad you apologized, Skip, but you know, it shows that your words have power. Your words have meaning. They have this saying that let's see, how can I word this? That things can hurt me. Things can't hurt me, but words can. Words are powerful, Skip. See, say if I disrespect my friend Jim, right? This is just a scenario, people. If I disrespect him in any way, call him out his name, that's disrespect. So you're disrespecting this man's life. I know you might not have meant for that to happen, but it did. And now you have to reap what you sowed. This is going to take some time for some people to for you to get back on their good graces. It's going to take a minute. But guys, let's get back to this video, and I was giving my opinion. So let's get back to it.
Whether to even do a show today, because it felt like in our minds, we almost can't win with this, because the last thing we want to try to do is come off as insensitive to what this young man is going through in a life or death situation. The last thing we want to do is offend anyone by trying to do what we always do, which is talk about sports. As this show goes on, we're going to try to talk about a little bit of sports, but we're going to continue to talk about what happened to this young man last night and try to sort back through it with help from you in the audience. And we ask you now, if you'd like to tweet us your emotions of the night and of this morning about what happened to Demar Hamlin, please do so. You can tweet us at undisputed, and I will be sharing some of your tweets and your emotions as we share our experience of last night.
All right, I'm going to pause it right here. I don't think Skip has a bad bone in his body. I don't. You know, people make mistakes. We're human. But it's the acknowledgement of your mistakes. It's in his excuse me, guys. There was a disruption. I'll be back in a minute. Sorry. All right, guys. Sorry for the interruption. I'm back. So, I don't think Skip Bayless has the bad bone in his body. You know, we all wish that we can go back on things that we made in life, that we done in life. You know, made a lot of mistakes, but you know, man, it's having that accountability, and you know, telling that person that you were wrong for that mistake is not staying in that hole and making it deeper for you. So, you know, I'm praying for Skip Bayless. I hope he gets through this, man. I hope that he realizes that, man, his words do have power, and that his words can affect people watching either in a good way or a bad way. Just know this, people. Your words have power. You know, I have this little platform, man, but say if I interview a high-profile person, right, athlete, you know, if I say something that's off, that's disrespectful, y'all gonna stop watching my podcast. And it is so my words do have power. It just does. It may be a small platform, but if I disrespect somebody and I show disrespect, I start to lose viewers. I start to lose respect from other people. And this is what happened to Skip Bayless. Now let's get back to this apology video, man. And yeah, I'm gonna give my opinion again in a couple minutes.
Through this very difficult morning for all of us. Obviously, my partner Shannon Sharp is not here today. I look forward to seeing him tomorrow. But I would like to work back through what I went through last night as I watched this unfold. This was obviously, you could argue, the biggest Monday Night Football game of the year. It got off to a rip-roaring start. Joe Burrow goes right up the field and scores, and it's 7-0. Then Buffalo gets a field goal, and it's 7-3. And at about the 6-minute mark of the first quarter, as you well know, Joe Burrow completed a pass to T. Higgins, went for 13 yards, to the Buffalo 48. And Demar Hamlin made what at first to be pretty rich T. Higgins. And as you well know, Demar Hamlin bounced up from the tackle for just a moment. Then he teetered and he went down. This is pretty stunning, but we see so many injuries in the sport of football that obviously at that moment it didn't seem all that out of the ordinary until that happened. And before I go into that, let me put Demar Hamlin in some perspective for you.
I'm gonna take a pause from what he just said, man. I'm gonna come back in that in like 3 minutes. But during his apology on his show, Skip and Shannon's show, Undisputed, Skip stated that Shannon wasn't there. He'd be back tomorrow. So I don't know what the reason for that was. I think the reason for that is because, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. I just think, it was taking a stand. It was taking a stand with the people. It's showing that, I guess, Skip was just disappointed in Skip showing that tweet last night and the tweet coming out as disrespectful or misworded. I don't know if Shannon lost respect for this man. I hope not, but if he did lose respect, I understand. Because the comment that Skip made last night was just misworded, misguided, and a terrible take. But I don't know if this is the end of Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless. This might be. And it's sad because I really like watching the show Undisputed. I really like, it's kind of like I'm addicted to the show. And I watched it all throughout high school. But if this breaks them up, this will be a detriment to FS1 TV channel. This would be very detrimental to Skip's brand. And this will tarnish terribly on his career, on his journalistic career in sports. So we just have to see what happens. So I hope they stay together. I hope Skip can understand that his words have power and to understand that his tweet matters. And it can affect people. What's the word? It can affect people in a positive way or a negative way. But I think for Skip, this was just a poorly misguided tweet and misworded tweet that he shouldn't have put out. My advice to Skip is that I think he should delete all his Instagram, all his social media. You don't need that, man. You're 70 years old, man. Just enjoy life. You don't need to have a comment for everything. You don't. So, guys, let's get back to the video of Skip apologizing, and yeah.
He's 24 years of age. He's out of McKeesport, Pennsylvania, went to Pitt, was drafted in the 6th round 2 drafts ago. So this is his second year. And the book on him was, coming out of Pitt, that he would probably just be an average backup player in the National Football League and a special teams player. And because of an injury to Micah Hyde, which took place in the second game of the year, Demar Hamlin got his opportunity in the National Football League. And he seized it and he ran with it in ways he didn't run that great before he was drafted. He was 4.6 in the 40. But he took off. Maybe you weren't that aware of him, but he has played huge for the Buffalo Bills this year. He is second on the team in tackles, playing in the safety spot. And obviously, Buffalo is one of the best teams, if not the best team, in pro football, and was setting out at Cincinnati to prove just that. This was a great, huge stage for this young man. Reportedly, much of his family was there to support him. God bless them. And then that happened. Unprecedented happened. I have been covering this league. I've been writing about, commenting on this league for about 50 years. So I've been there and done all of that. I've seen it all. And trust me, I've never, ever seen anything like that happen. Before you knew it, an ambulance was on the field. Not just a stretcher, not just a cart, an ambulance. That's when you knew this was different. Reportedly, CPR was immediately administered because he suffered cardiac arrest. And now his teammates, and pretty soon...
I just took a pause from the audio listening of Skip Bayless apologizing. Guys, a lot of us around the NFL world, etc., we never seen anything like that. Like, we see that happen on the soccer field and other sports as well. But on the football field, you see that, man. You see this man's lifeless body just give up like that. Healthy as he is. And you ask how. Nobody can explain it. No doctor can explain it. Only God knows. And just keep his family in prayer. And keep Skip Bayless in prayer as well. You know, even though his words were very misworded, you know, I don't think they should cancel Skip Bayless. I think he's an amazing journalist. And I just think, in my opinion, delete your Twitter, delete your Instagram, delete it, etc. But I'm Chris the Method Man, guys. Y'all subscribe to my channel, Chris the Method Man. I have some merch that's in my bio. I collaborated with this clothing brand called Boosted Biz. So with Boosted Biz, you can actually create your own brand for free. And I'm not selling y'all anything, man, but you know, I'm excited to be collaborated with them. And can't wait to see what the future holds with them. And yeah, so check out the brand, buy some merch, and you won't be disappointed. And this is Chris the Method Man. Stay blessed. Happy New Year. And good night. Peace.